Welcome to Stay Ready, Planning for the Unexpected. In today's workshop, we are going to discuss how to understand your monthly household budget and how it affects emergency planning. We will also discuss the difference between savings accounts and emergency funds, determining SMART savings goals, and creating and implementing your own individual action plan. I'm sure we have all heard the age-old adage, stay ready so you won't have to get ready, right? Well, as cliche as it might sound, when it comes to an unexpected financial setback, not much rings truer. Today, we are going to talk about how to prepare for life's unexpected curveballs, much like what many of us experienced during the COVID-19 crisis. At the end of this workshop, you should have a better understanding on how to identify your needs versus wants with the intention of recognizing where expendable income can be injected into your emergency fund or pinpoint a need for additional income to make the fund a reality. What is a budget? So, simply put, a budget is just a spending plan that will determine how much money you have coming in, so your earned and unearned income, versus how much is going out, your expenses. Budgets can be based on daily, monthly, and yearly spending habits. You'll need to be able to prioritize your needs and wants in order to create an effective budget, and this will help identify where emergency planning can start. True or false? Everyone's needs and wants should be the same or almost the same. I'll give you a few moments to think about your answer and I'll come back with the correct response. The correct answer is false. Everyone's needs and wants do not have to be the same. However, it is up to you to determine what it is your household actually needs versus things that you just want to make life more comfortable. Financial needs are expenditures that are essential for one to be able to live or work. For example, your housing expenses, whether that's for rent or a mortgage, utilities, transportation, etc. Wants are expenses to help one live more comfortably, so clothes, shoes, vacations, entertainment. Here's an example of a budget that someone chose to keep on a spreadsheet. Keep in mind there are various mobile apps that you can use that makes it super easy to track your expenses, some of which you can even link your bank account to. If electronic tracking isn't your thing, you can absolutely write out your budget and it's just as effective. Studies show that having a visual reference to your expenditures will make it more functional and easier for you to manage. Now we're going to talk about the difference between a savings account and an emergency fund. Savings accounts typically allow for us to save for a specific goal, such as a car, a down payment on a home, certain hobbies, vacations, maybe even furniture. Whereas your emergency fund is usually going to consist of things that occur without warning, such as a loss of income, unexpected bills, or maybe even an illness. Some of you may already have a savings account or an emergency fund. You might even have both. So, how much money do you need to save? The old standard used to encourage consumers to save approximately 3 to 6 months of income just to ensure that you would be able to weather some of life's storms. It is now becoming more common for industry experts to suggest saving at least 12 months worth of monthly expenses for any unforeseen circumstances. I am sure that sounds almost impossible as most of us are living paycheck to paycheck. However, with a little bit of planning and goal setting, you can absolutely achieve it. Take a few moments and think about how much money your household would need to save based upon your monthly needs. Remember, this is where it's important to absolutely be transparent about whether or not you need or want something. And when thinking about the needs and how much money you're going to have to put away, think about your rent, your mortgage, your utilities, your phone and internet bill, insurance, transportation, credit cards, loans, groceries. Even if you have pets, you might want to think of some of those expenses too. While doing this exercise, it is important to remember that you have to be transparent with yourself regarding what your household needs versus what your household wants. This is going to help you be more accurate when determining what that number is for your emergency fund. So let's talk about SMART emergency fund planning. First, you want that goal to be very specific, which means you need to be very intentional about what it is you are trying to accomplish by this particular financial goal. Next, you want that goal to be measurable. So, how are you going to determine that you are making progress with this particular goal? Next, you would like for that to be attainable. Is it something that you can actually do in the time frame that you've outlined? And then you want it to be realistic. It is not realistic to say that you can save $1,000 overnight, especially if you don't have any funds. And lastly, you want that to be timely. What is the time stamp that you are going to place on that goal? When will you accomplish that goal by? Here's an example of a SMART financial goal. I would like to save $5,200 for my emergency fund by placing $100 per week into an account for approximately 1 year. I will open the account with an initial deposit of $25. Note how I did not indicate that I just wanted to save money, but I identified an approximate time frame as well. Keep in mind, a goal without a date is merely a dream. I'm sure at this point you're wondering what's next. That is going to be to create and implement your own action plan. With the help of our Homeport counselors, you can start working on establishing your emergency fund. Some of you may not need assistance, but others may need just a little guidance to activate their plan. I would recommend starting small. Again, we must be realistic about how much we can save without taking away from the needs of our household. You can always work towards a larger amount as your income increases. Please do not hesitate to contact one of our knowledgeable housing advisors to create a tailor-made action plan for you. Keep in mind that we cannot work the plan for you. In order for it to work, you must put in the sweat equity. Did you know that Homeport offers free workshops for home readiness, financial fitness, and homebuyer education? We also provide free counseling services on a variety of financial topics, including budgeting. We are now working remotely from our homes and the office, so you don't even have to come in if you want to meet with one of our knowledgeable counselors. For more information or to register for a workshop, please visit www.homeportlearning.org or call 614-545-4895. This now concludes the Stay Ready workshop. If you have received instructions from Resident Services on how to receive your rental assistance funds, please reach out to them to advise that you have completed your education requirement. Thank you and have a wonderful day.